Welcome. I'm Dr. Tracy Antle. I'm the Interim Director of Nursing and a member of our nursing faculty. I would like to start by introducing my fellow faculty. Laura Hodgson, Samantha Whitaker, Kathy Lankitis, Chrissy Boughton, Dr. Margie Francisco, and Dr. Heather Knobloch. Our Dean of Health Sciences, Heather Segi, and our college president, Dr. Tracy Morris. As these graduates can attest, nursing school requires grit, determination, and a lot of commitment. The past year has demanded their time away from friends, family, and social events. While the sacrifices were many, the rewards are countless. A nurse's care is far-reaching, and often we don't know just how far it is. The story I'm about to share with you is about a young girl who taught me this lesson. In 1990, I was studying nursing and working as a CNA in the hospital's float pool. This meant I was assigned to work wherever they needed help, and I rarely took care of the same patients twice. One of the most difficult places to work was the rehab unit. Patients on this floor were recovering from strokes, head and spinal cord injuries. Their progress was painfully slow and often unrecognizable to my young, untrained eye. My assignment included a 17-year-old girl who had broken her neck, back, and pelvis. She had lost all function below her neck and had on a special vest that attached on one end to her head and on the other end to a body cast. This setup required some creativity in providing her care. During my morning care, I learned that she was also from the Illinois Valley. I was only 2 years older than she was, so we quickly began chatting about music, TV, and other common interests. She shared that her injuries were the result of a single car accident in an icy intersection. I felt in that moment, this could be me. While the bath went smoothly, washing her hair had proved particularly tricky. She told me they had only been using dry shampoo. Now, unlike the lightweight dry shampoo we have now, this was more like baby powder. You sprinkled it on and you combed it through, so it soaked up all the oil. Since it couldn't be rinsed out, it quickly built up in a thick layer. Again, I thought about how I would feel having my hair washed like that and decided to try another way. So I got a bucket and a tray meant for washing someone's hair in bed. The thing to remember here is that this patient could not lay flat. In the vest, her head was about 6 inches or so away from any surface. I got a lot of towels, a lot. I covered the bed, the floor, and the patient and got to work. I washed her hair 3 times to get it clean. In the end, despite the giant mess of water and towels, her dark curls were clean and shiny, and her smile said it all. The rest of the day passed without excitement. My shift ended, and I said my goodbyes. A few months later, when I was assigned to that floor again, I learned that she had been discharged to a long-term rehab facility. I hoped she was doing well, and eventually she faded into my memories. 10 years passed. I was studying to be a nurse midwife, and in the middle of the night, I was called to observe a birth. When I got there, I learned that the birth assistant was on her way and would not likely arrive before the baby. I helped where I could, hoping she would get there soon. A while later, the assistant, whom I'd never met, walked through the door. I said, "Hello," and she said, "I know you. You washed my hair." While I didn't immediately recognize her, I certainly remembered the young girl whose hair I washed all those years ago. She explained that she had made nearly a full recovery, which was miraculous given her injuries. She had become a nurse and worked in the neonatal ICU. She had also gotten married and had children. She said that she never forgot how good it felt to have her hair washed that day. When nurses think about their impact on patients, we often think of the big, pivotal moments we experience. As you embark on your careers, I urge you to remember this story and the words of Maya Angelou. At the end of the day, people may not remember what you did or what you said, but they will remember how you made them feel. Thank you, and congratulations. And now I would like to introduce our college president, Dr. Tracy Morris.
Good evening, everyone. On behalf of our Board of Trustees, our faculty, staff, and administration here at IVCC, it is my privilege to welcome you here tonight to celebrate our LPN pinning. The pinning ceremonies are one of our favorites. They are such a symbolic representation of what the program means and what graduation means for all of you, and I'm thrilled to be part of it. This celebration of hard work goes back generations. But for me, it is my first memory of IVCC, was my mom's LPN pinning. I was about 10 years old, and all I remembered was that my mom was pretty. Back then, you had to wear the white uniform, white shoes, white hat, and I thought she was pretty. It wasn't until much later in my life that I realized the amount of sacrifice that went into her looking pretty. She was a single mom with 3 young children. We were on food assistance to get us through, and she spent many late nights studying with a flashlight in her closet. For those of you who are parents up here today, know that your children see your hard work, even if they don't realize it yet. Your hard work, your perseverance, and your success makes you a role model, and today we celebrate you. Being a parent is tough, being a student is tough, and being both is heroic. So congratulations to those of you who are parents. If you are fortunate enough up here on stage to have a parent or a grandparent with you today, know that they are bursting with pride, and I've seen that out in the hallway today. And we celebrate you with your families. When they ask for one more picture, one more pose, please indulge them. That's my request as a mom, because we never regret those photos. Some of you here are surrounded by friends, your chosen family, your coworkers, and your people. It really, truly takes a village to raise a nursing student. We not only celebrate you with them, we also want to thank you as supporters for guiding you through this program. For some of you, there may have been times where you felt like you were alone, and when you go out in your field, you may feel that way as well. I would ask you to remember today on those days and know that you are never alone. We are all so proud of all of you. Just a few thank yous. To the faculty and staff of the nursing program, I think it is safe to say that seeing your students on this stage is the best reward for your work. Know that the administration and the board are thankful for the work you all do every day, but you're behind me. For those from the board and the administration who were able to join us today, I have Dr. Gary Roberts as our Chief Academic Officer in the back. We are all so proud of the commitment that our team has to the nursing program and most importantly to our students. For all the behind-the-scenes support staff who ensure that your classes were scheduled, your financial aid made it to your account in time, the labs and rooms were clean, and those who make this ceremony magically happen, and to those who made sure you had access to what you need, we all thank you. For the families and friends who are here today, thank you. We know that this program means missed games, late or even cold meals, stressed out nights of studying. Thank you for picking up the extra work and being a key support to our new nurses up here. And finally, and most importantly, to our students. As you go out to make a difference in the world, all of us at IVCC are so proud of the dedication, commitment, and work that you've put in to reach your dreams, and we thank you for making IVCC part of your journey. Whatever that next leg of that journey leads you to, we hope you will always fondly remember your time with us. And once again, on behalf of all of us here at IVCC, congratulations, and we wish you the best.
And now, Aliska Hammond for the welcome address.
Good evening, everyone. I would like to thank all of you for coming here tonight to celebrate this milestone with us. The past year and a half have been the greatest and most challenging times in our lives. It would not have been possible without all of you. Nursing school. They say it is hard and that no one truly knows what it is like until they go through it themselves. For the most part, this is true. No one can understand how your mind completely changes the way it thinks. While standing in line at the grocery store, you may see sweet Miss Betty buying cantaloupe while we see edema in her ankles. You see the mechanic turning a wrench while we see really good veins. You begin to think critically and use the nursing process for everything. It becomes second nature. It becomes who you are and not what you do. No one understands how excited you get when you successfully get that first IV and how you feel when you do CPR for the first time and have an actual life in your hands. No one gets excited when you tell them you suctioned a trach or inserted an NG tube. That is no one but your nursing school friends. What they don't tell you is that your family will understand. Your family understands that they don't need their blood pressure checked 1,000 times a day, and they are tired of having their hearts and lungs assessed for the millionth time this month, and this even includes pets. Your family understands that they will have no clue what you are talking about when they ask what you're studying, but yet they ask anyway. They also understand you don't ask a nursing student how their clinical day went while eating supper. But most importantly, they understand this isn't just a degree, it's your life. On behalf of the LPN graduating class of 2023, I would like to thank all of the faculty and staff for providing us all of the building blocks needed to become a nurse. From learning a vast skill set that ranges from birthing babies to communicating with dying patients, you have formed us into the nurses that we are today. And what's more, you are the foundation for the nurses that we will become in the future. To Mrs. Linkitis, Kathy, thank you for being you, for being a smiling face with a friendly hello when we step into your lab, for having or finding all of the answers to our thousands of questions. Thank you for listening and always being there for us. Mrs. Whitaker, your positive attitude, willingness to help, respect towards your students, and passion for OB will leave a lasting impression. To Mrs. Hodgson, administrators, instructors, and staff, a huge thank you for believing in us and pushing us further than we ever thought possible. Thank you for being our support system through some of the hardest times we have yet to encounter. Thank you all. To our families and friends, thank you for being there and for not being there when we needed to study and had to lock ourselves away. Thank you for being our patients and letting us practice our skills or communication techniques on you. And lastly, thank you for believing in us and standing behind us through this crazy journey and being the shoulder to cry on when we needed it most. These ladies sitting here are not just my classmates. They are the most empathetic, caring, intelligent, and creative individuals that I've ever met. When you question, why are you putting yourself through this and thinking you cannot go any further, they are the ones there to support, empathize, and remind you that it will all be worth it in the end. We have laughed and cried, studied, and even had mental breakdowns together. And above all, we have had each other for encouragement and support. So ladies, we made it. We are one step away from having LPN behind our names. I wish you the best of luck as your journey continues. As Florence Nightingale once said, let us never consider ourselves finished nurses. We must be learning all of our lives. Thank you.
Hello, I have the great honor of doing the presentation of the class. Cheyenne Burris, being pinned by her husband, Keaton Burris. Holly Chandler, being pinned by her daughter, Cheyenne Chandler. Julie Cummings being pinned by her significant other, Rose Cummings II. Kelly Dalton being pinned by her daughter, Keegan. Mariah Half being pinned by her daughter, Lauren Half. Brittany Hollowell being pinned by her husband, Mark Hollowell. Aliska Hammond being pinned by her mother, Gwen Smith. Samantha Harris being pinned by her father, Eric Harris. Megan Hotstetter being pinned by her daughter, Ellie Draper. Jacqueline Kramer being pinned by her husband, Rick Kramer. Think somebody has a fan club. Yasmin Orozco Godinez being pinned by her mother, Sylvia Godinez. Caitlin Roach being pinned by her grandmother, Nancy Casey. Jennifer Shue being pinned by her daughter, Paisley Shue. Oh, wait. No, gotta get that hug. Alicia Stevenson being pinned by her mother, Tara Crouch. Ruby Sella Toledo being pinned by her husband, Osilia Toledo. Emily Wright being pinned by her son, Matthew Wright. I would like to ask for a standing ovation. How about it? I hope you're using that Kleenex we provided on your chair. I would now like to announce Kathy Lankaitis to do the lighting of the candles. With that said, if there are any nurses in the audience, you can follow along with the nursing pledge. It's on your program. Any nurses in the audience would like to join us for the pledge, please do so.
I'd like to present Caitlin Roach.
Hi, everyone. Thank you all for being here. We finally did it. First, I would like to start off by giving a special thank you to all of our amazing instructors for guiding us every step of the way and passing all of their knowledge on to us, and of course, for answering the millions of questions we have had throughout the program. Let's take this time to give them a round of applause. Although I didn't know what to expect when it came to being in the nursing program, I still remember the day that I received my acceptance letter. I was overjoyed and couldn't wait to tell everyone that my hard work had finally paid off. What I didn't know was that I was about to go through the hardest thing that I've ever done. This experience has shaped me in many ways, from the amazing mentorship from all of my professors, the lifelong friendships that I have made, and learning what it means to never give up, even when all of the odds are against you. And most importantly, it taught me, and I'm sure everyone else who has gone through this same journey, to never, ever, ever change your answer. Ever. Even if you think that the other one's right, don't change it. Now, I would like to take a moment to reflect on some of the experiences, good and bad, that we have all gone through together. The memories that I've made in nursing school are some of the best memories that I have, and are certainly the ones that I will never forget. Although there were many hard times, there were also many good times too. Whether we were practicing skills on each other in the lab or quizzing each other 5 minutes before a test, there was never a dull moment. One of the specific days that I will never forget is my very first clinical. I was so excited, yet so scared of what was to come. I remember walking through those doors of the hospital, thinking that I was prepared for whatever was thrown at me. Let's just say I was very wrong. Having someone's life in your hands is very overwhelming, but it is a huge privilege and honor to have someone you don't know trust you so much. There were many days that I felt like I wasn't capable of becoming a nurse because of how overwhelming it could be. But with each lecture, clinical, and seminar, as well as talking to all of my peers, I started to realize that I wasn't the only one who felt this way, and it was normal to feel this way. Like many of the instructors have said, if you don't have a little bit of anxiety having someone's life in your hands, then there's a problem. I also realized that I wasn't the only one staying up all hours of the night, cramming in some last-minute studying before an exam. I wasn't the only one who absolutely despised making care plans. And I certainly wasn't the only one who shed a few tears, questioning myself and, of course, my sanity. Even though there were a lot of those late nights studying or working on projects, lots of early mornings of long and exhausting clinicals, hard test days, and a severe caffeine addiction, I can say that this program has not only educated us to be functioning and competent nurses, but it has also taught us a lot about ourselves as well as each other. We learned that we can do anything we set our minds to, we are strong and determined, and of course, we are officially done. We are no longer nursing students, we are nursing graduates. I am proud of each and every one of you here, and I can confidently say that you will all make amazing nurses. Congratulations to us all, we finally did it.
We'd like to welcome you all to a reception to celebrate our graduates. When you go out the door, you're just going to go a few steps to your left, and the room is there. And please remain seated during the recessional. Thank you.